some big-time numbers with some high-level efficiency, and that's what you want to see is those two players having this type of night. Now it's just about everyone else still being as productive as we've seen throughout the course of the season.
Strong performance for both of them. Again, 38 points for Kyrie Irving, 32 for Kevin Durant, who just sat down with the media.
You guys were coming off a great. Hey, Kevin, you guys were coming off a great third quarter where you and Kyrie were really hot, and then it just kind of turned on you in the fourth. What did you think was the difference? They kind of flipped the game on you.
I thought our second unit did a good job to start the fourth. Getting a 6-point lead, but they have 4 of their starters in to start the fourth quarter. So, obviously having more talent on the floor, having their guys on the floor, that could change quickly. But I thought the start of the fourth quarter was pretty solid for us. But they got a nice groove going in that fourth, made shots, made plays, and you got to give them credit.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Kevin, Steve said if he were to take something from these last 2 games, it would just be that you all have to be conscious of the fact that you don't have a shared history that a team like the Bucks has, where they've been running the same schemes for 3 years. What do you think it's going to take to kind of make up for that, work around that?
That is a huge factor. I mean, continuity is a big thing in this league, but we got veterans on this team that played in different situations that know pretty much every terminology that goes on in this league and every kind of set that we run on both sides. So that's in our advantage as well, having that veteran leadership. But we still are a connected group. I feel like we've been together for years too. So we got to continue to keep building on that.
Alex Schiffer, the Athletic.
Hey, Kevin, they had that 18-1 run in the fourth quarter. Did you think you guys were forcing anything offensively shot-wise, or was it as simple as the ball not going in during that stretch and you guys were getting good looks?
You think we were forcing stuff, Alex?
I'm asking you.
All right. You can probably. We maybe took some risks there. You know what I'm saying? We probably could have maybe made an extra pass or 2, but some of those risks you gotta live with, especially when guys are knocking down shots. Kyrie was knocking down shots. I was making a few shots. So, we could watch film and see which possessions that we probably could have been better in, but I like our aggressiveness. I like how we were trying to get into the paint and get to a free throw line. But the team got hot. Their team got hot, and we didn't rebound enough. They shot 14 more shots than us, and a team like that, we can't allow that to happen.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Kevin. During that same run in the fourth quarter, Steve obviously didn't call a timeout, and I'd asked him about that, and he goes, hey, maybe I should have, but also, he's kind of brought it up over time and time again that he likes you guys to play through those runs without calling the timeouts, that you guys could problem solve and figure things out for yourselves. I'm wondering if, A, you've played for a coach like that that's made you do that instead of calling a timeout when teams go on runs, and B, what you've learned this season through playing through those runs.
Yeah, I've been around coaches that handle that situation differently, and Steve has handled it differently as well. He might have let us figure it out ourselves, or he might call a timeout. I think all coaches, make that decision throughout a game, and it can go either way. But I think it's good for us to problem solve and figure things out and continue to keep growing as a unit when things get tough out there. And we still end up making it in the game after that. You know what I'm saying? We were down 11 points, I think, and we were down 5, and I had the ball in my hands, and, so with under a minute to go. So, I think we fought through that little stretch as well. So it's plenty of times throughout this year I've seen Coach do both things, call a timeout or let us play.
If I could follow up really quickly, you talked about you having the ball in your hands. You had 2 good looks at it. Did you expect those to drop when you let them go, or did you know they were off?
I should have drove. I shouldn't have shot the threes. And I was kicking myself right after I shot them because I just got to the rim before that. So I should have drove. But I felt good shooting the ball too. So I was just, I just tried it there. But in hindsight is always, 20/20. So I wish I'd have drove it now.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Kevin. When I asked Steve about some of those clean looks that the Bucks were getting in that run, especially guys like Middleton, he mentioned that physicality might be a way that you guys can overcome that lack of shared chemistry that you have, that lack of shared time until you guys get up to speed with that. Would you agree with that assessment?
I think late in the fourth. Oh yeah, we definitely. I mean, being more physical is always the way. But I think late in that fourth, you got Drew Holiday and Giannis in the pick and roll. I think sometimes we ball watch and then boom, he throw a quick pass over to the wing and you're a split second late. And that's what it is in the league. You know, stuff opens up pretty fast and closes pretty fast. And I think we had good intentions throughout that run, but they made more plays.
Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant with 32 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and a loss. We'll be back with final thoughts after this timeout.